legends, I hope you're all fantastic. Let's check out some of the new plate reverbs in the latest beta release for the Axe FX 3. I'll put a link to the firmware thread in the video description. And as always, if you check the video description, you can grab my free IRs and my free blocks library for your Fractal devices. Let's start out with the band commander set up for a clean Fender thing, together with my free cab IR and my go-to reverb in the Axe, the London plate. I have reset the reverb block and I've just loaded this one up at stock settings. Now, a couple of beta firmwares ago, they added some new spring reverb updates in there based on some physical modeling approaches. Real plate reverbs are also electromechanical devices, so I imagine some of those insights have been carried over onto the plate types, but let's hear good old London plate. That's sounding pretty good. Let's go to the amp block and try a crunchy amp. This is the Brit 800. I love a Marshall style amp with a greenback cab IR and some plate reverb, so I think this is going to sound pretty good. Just like peanut butter and jelly, or pickled onions on a peanut butter sandwich. That hits the spot for me. Let's go back to the band commander. I want to contrast the London plate with the new gold plate reverb type in here. I'll just do a single chord and we'll see what we get. Oh, that is good. That is very, very good. My God, that is really, really nice. We got to hear that with the 800 style thing on here, maybe with a little less reverb. I generally think plates sound really, really good on guitar because they're generally darker sounding and there's a very particular tail that you get on a good plate style reverb. What I like about this as well is that stereo image is nice and wide. Feels like the reverb's not kind of clashing with your main guitar signal, but it is just kind of providing this sweetener on top of everything. It makes everything better. So let's try the gold plate with the time where it is, mix a little bit lower. We'll hear the 800, then maybe we'll hear the USA lead mid gain. Check this out. Well, we may have a new contender for favorite reverb in here. I would normally set up the London plate with a slightly lower decay time on there and the mix around 12 to 15%. So I'll just bring the mix down a little bit. Let's try 1.5 seconds. And I'm also going to go to the EQ and just add a low cut in here. Let's try 200 Hertz. So what I'm going for on a distorted guitar sound with reverb in general, and often a plate style reverb, is I want a thickening effect and I want to take that kind of directness out of playing through full range monitors on here. So let's hear it without the reverb first and then with it. That gold plate sounds phenomenal, and I think that's going to work its way into a lot of my presets in the future. There are several types in the reverb block which are set up as kind of echo verbs, for use of a better term, where you use the reverb pre-delay to create a combination of delay and a reverb. There's been a new parameter added there which lets you set the tap source for the echoes in there. So what I've done with this gold plate is I've changed that parameter. It's currently not included on this beta release of the editor. It will come in the full version when the full firmware is released. But I've changed that parameter in there and I've set up just a quarter note delay in here, a bit of feedback and a bit of mix. Turn the time up and the mix up on here. So what I'll do is actually set the mix to 0 for the pre-delay on here. So you just hear it as a big reverb. Then when I hit enter over here, it will bring the echoes in. Check this out. That's an epic sounding reverb and delay, and again, that's probably going to work its way into a bunch of my presets. Let's hear some of the new types now. There's this Fields of Pyrite type in here. I've really been enjoying Echo Pitch Plate as well. As you'd expect, these new types sound absolutely stunning. It's just Fractal doing Fractal things and continually adding new improvements for users for free. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I'm going to noodle around with the gold plate with the decay time at 6 seconds and mix at 50%. Then I'll give you a little kind of lead guitar solo at the end using that sound that I dialed in on channel C over here, where it was the gold plate with a bit of echo on there from this pre-delay function. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. You can grab my blocks in the video description below for free, along with my free IRs. You can sign up to my Patreon if you want some more exclusive content and check out some of the music that I make with my band Ragdoll. See you next time.